Cristina. I am from outside of Seattle, Washington, and I am 48, just turned 48 last week. I was diagnosed with colon cancer back in March of 2019. Prior to coming here, I did a few alternative treatments. I've done IPT with low-dose chemo, and that was only for 6 treatments total in a span of 3 weeks. And in those 3 weeks, I also did IVC and poly-MVA. And then I've done just IVC periodically in the last couple of years. Actually, for the last year, I've only done supplements and nothing else before coming here. What motivated me to look for other alternatives is because I believe that the way the medical system is put together, mainly in the US, is an old way of thinking. Basically, 3 options when it comes to cancer. On the conventional side, it's chemo, it's radiation, it's surgery. And I don't think they take into account a patient's personal body, personal beliefs, their emotional well-being, anything. It's just those 3 options, and that's pretty much it. And I believe that our immune systems, our bodies are capable of doing more than we give it credit for. And we've become desensitized and given up our power to what we can actually accomplish with this amazing human body. I chose to come here to the Immunotherapy Institute for several different reasons. I actually interviewed more than one clinic before coming here. I chose this clinic because they actually spent time and talked to me, and for over 2 hours actually, going through all the treatments that they had, answering all my questions. And not only did they talk about the therapies here, but they talked about the emotional piece to all of this. And I think in the US, that part gets missed pretty much every single time. And I didn't bring up the emotional piece, but the doctors brought up the emotional piece and what it means to be in a state of hope and receiving and not feeling scared. Because when you're scared, you don't know what to do, and you just want someone to help you. And to have a doctor and staff that gets what's actually going on inside, with, trying to make all these decisions and what's right for you and where do I go, and you want to feel confidence. And the doctor spent plenty of time with me, not only going through the therapies and things like that and what they were used for and how they helped, but also the emotional piece that makes you feel like you can just let go and breathe again because you're holding your breath all the time because you're stressed out, and you can let go and think, okay, things are going to be okay. My case manager here, which was Gabriella, she was on top of everything. She kept me up to date. She checked in with me through text, through email, explained the program, explained how things worked, explained the logistics. And then, once I decided to come here, then Yesenia took over the communication and the logistics of getting to Tijuana and getting to the hotel and getting to the clinic and, just navigating things so that I didn't really have to do anything but listen, which, I've been to Mexico many times, so, it's pretty comfortable coming here, but I can imagine for someone coming to Mexico for the first time, let alone Tijuana, because Tijuana has a reputation, it was a piece of cake, and I felt safe and taken care of, and I didn't have to worry about a thing. My clinic experience here was amazing. Everyone was super attentive And I felt very well taken care of. Whether I wanted to do something or not wanting to do something, people were super flexible with how I felt, you know, because every day you might feel a little bit different, and you have things on your schedule, and you maybe want to do them, maybe not want to do them, depending on, you know, what's going on that day. And everyone was super flexible and kept me just going on this program. And it was put together in a way where therapies are staggered in a way so that you get the most out of it, where you're not exhausted the whole time. You know, one day you might do a bunch more therapies than you normally would do the next day, so your body does have time to rest in between, and you know, make the most of getting sleep and eating, and even taking advantage of the downtime where you can go visit different restaurants around here, because we're in a medical tourism place, and just getting out. So yeah, the weather's been gorgeous. I felt absolutely safe here in Tijuana. In the clinic, you know, I wasn't nervous that nobody knew what, you know, they didn't know what they were doing. Everyone was just like, you okay? How's that feel today? Everything. So yeah, completely safe. And I felt safe in my hotel, where the hotels are located. You know, it's actually most everyone speaks English around me, in the restaurants and the hotel. So you didn't have to, you know, worry that you didn't speak Spanish. I had no issues at all. I can't say enough good things. I had a great time here. You got to come in with the right attitude and go with the flow. If you can do that, you'll be just fine. The staff here are amazing, and I got more treatments than I really understood what I was gonna get. So besides the IV therapies and things like that, I, you know, had a physical therapist who made me do some exercise. I hate exercising, but I did them because you're good for you. I got massages. I got Reiki, and I can't say enough good things about Patty, who did the Reiki. If you're into energy work, she knows her stuff. I met with a nutritionist, I think like 3 or 4 times now, and we've gone over, you know, what to eat, what not to eat, portions, different recipes, things like that. So that was great. The nurses here are wonderful, especially I worked with Cynthia and Claudia the most, and they both are on point, you know, always was right there whenever you needed anything. And I mainly worked with Dr. Alfonso, and I cannot say enough good things about Dr. Alfonso. I've worked with many doctors, and there are doctors out there that don't fully understand what their words mean to a patient. And I say this because I've had doctors make me feel like there wasn't really any hope, like life expectancy is only this long. And that is, as a patient, that is something that you don't want to hear, because you're already in fear, you're already scared. So the last thing you need is someone to squash any hope that you have. And Dr. Alfonso is not about squashing hope. He, you know, he tells you things straight, but it's not like it's the end of the world. It's, you know, this is what we're gonna do, and here's why it works, and all this stuff. And he motivates you. He keeps things light, and he keeps it positive. And I cannot say enough good things about Dr. Alfonso, even though he could be a pain in the ass a little bit, but that's what makes him so awesome, because he keeps you laughing on your toes and going. So highly recommend working with Dr. Alfonso. The last thing that I would add is I'm so grateful that I came here. It's not easy, as I said, you know, to navigate this journey, and coming here has given me more confidence in my ability to make good decisions for myself, and to know that there are other people out there that literally want the best for me. It's not about just, you know, pumping someone full of drugs and hoping that they'll get better, or, you know, making a ton of money. It's literally about what can we do to make you better, have a better quality of life? Understand that this isn't the end, and it's a journey, and it's part of a journey, and you can learn so much about yourself just going through something like this, but going through it with grace and going through it with people who support you. And I cannot say enough good things about how grateful I am that I was surrounded by people where I felt supported.